and then you turn it on, and then you use water or foam. These are your controls for your water or your foam. They have a protective lever over them, so you don't hit them by mistake. Okay, so basically, if you want water, you hit your water. Of course, the fireman would have already ran the hose to where it is that they want to go. These are the connections for the hose. Just these two here. Most of them you see there's a nursing system. That's the regular hydrant fill, and then over here is the foam fill. Foam fill. There's a foam fill as well.
Water tank.
Water tank filling. Yeah, water tank fill from here. It's been a while. I can't see the bottom. Okay. This here is what they call the pilot valve. Inside this pilot valve is a filter. So what you're gonna have to do sometimes, you're gonna have to take that filter out and load it out to make sure that this pilot system is able to control the pressure in the truck. That's what this is for. This controls the pressure in the truck in case the firemen are on the scene and they need more pressure. This is what does that. This is also the foam system. Just like I told you about the equipment that is used to tell the amount of foam that you're expelling. This here is the gauge that you're going to use to turn it up or turn it down to get more or to get less of what it is that you need. This truck is also equipped with a priming system. What that means is that you could go to the beach and there's a pump, this pump here, it's called a priming pump, that would allow the truck to be able to suck water into the truck and get filled up by itself and then move back to the firefighting or move back to the area of firefighting that it was doing before. Inside this cabinet is what they call a pre-connect. It's like a simple system. Hose. This is also electronically controlled. Okay? So what happens is as you open the valve, you take the hose out to fight the fire. As the water moves past the switch, it activates the engine to tell the engine that now I'm ready to pump. So it takes me up to enough speed to be able to pump at a certain pressure. So that's how this works. Okay, so I just popped the bonnet open. I'll come up on top to give you guys a little look at what this powertrain unit looks like. So this is the muscle of the truck. This is a Detroit V8 92 series. One of the reasons why I think the manufacturer at that time went with Detroit's is because Detroit has what they call a two-cycle engine. I guess your instructor would explain to you what a two-cycle engine is, but basically anytime you see most cars that have engines in the back, they're propelling the car forward by pushing it. Some people say it's easier to push than pull. When you push, you get more force. But I can say to you that these really pack a lot of power. And the truck is capable of going from 0 to 60 in some 24 seconds. For those who are not car enthusiasts, you wouldn't understand what that means, but that means that a truck like this that weighs about a couple thousand pounds, I get the correct number for you. It's in the data plate that's on the door. So like I said, you're not gonna remember everything, but a lot of it, basically you have an understanding of. This is your radiator. This is your turbo, oil-cooled turbo. This is the exhaust pipe. This is your alternator. On the front of that is your air pump. Okay. This is your air filter. Sits inside this canister here. This is your governor. This is your shut-off solenoid on this side. And there's a wing box on this side that I want to explain to you how to operate. So cameraman is gonna come around and see if he can, yeah, show you the wing box. So now I'll explain to you how that works. Okay. This here is what we call the wing box. This is a very important piece of equipment as far as it relates to the firefighters being able to connect the engine to that pump that I showed you in the next truck to expel water. So what happens is the pump operates off of the same engine that drives the truck. The pump uses this system here as a wing box, what we call it. These are air chambers that engage and disengage. So when you want the pump to be engaged, you select engage, and then this chamber here would come over and engage it. And when you select disengage, then it would push it back and disengage it. This is also a manual form of engaging and not engaging. So what is happening is you have an engine, a big engine, that has a transmission, small one, that spins a pump. If this is engaged at high speed, you could actually damage this whole mechanism here. And that's why this is so important to the operation of said equipment. This here is what we call an oil cooler that sits on the side of the engine. Most diesel engine, big ones, have that system in it. This is your fuel filter, and what we call secondary fuel filter. And this is pressure switch, which I'll explain to you how that operates later. And basically that is it. So I have just showed you all the equipment, most of the equipment that we have. This is a very exciting career. What it teaches you is how to be independent. With what you learn here, you could go somewhere else and use it. As well as when your time off, you could still use it to make extra money. Because like I say, you learn about plumbing, you learn about electrical, electronics, dry chemical system, you learn about the foam system, you learn about hydraulic systems. All of this would be an asset to you in future if you love mechanics. A mechanic is not not trained, sorry. A mechanic is born. You have to love getting greasy, you have to love how things work scientifically, and that will prepare you and help you better at becoming a great technician. So on that note, I thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you at Lpia in the maintenance department. Peace out.